Alright, here we go. You're about to break through your own illusions and craft a new version of yourself. And all that bullshit conditioning that's been holding you back, let's kick it to the curb. We're diving deep, but not in some fluffy, love and light way, no. This is about hardcore transformation. Real gritty, no nonsense, real world change. Because you're capable of it. The only question is, will you allow yourself to step into the fire and burn away the fear? Because that's exactly what this is, isn't it? That fear that you've been avoiding. Hell, even worshipping, like it's some kind of monster under the bed. But guess what? Fear doesn't control you unless you let it. You've been taught to believe fear is your enemy, but fuck that. Fear is fuel. That tightness in your chest, the racing heartbeat. It's not a warning sign telling you to run away. It's the universe saying, congratulations, you're on the edge of something new, something big, something that will change you. Let's be real for a second. How many times have you been on the edge of something incredible? Something that felt out of your league, and you backed off because of fear? Yeah, we've all been there, but here's the kicker. Every single time you felt fear and still moved forward, you expanded. That's it. Growth isn't comfortable. You think growth is all nice and tidy. No. Growth is messy. Growth is wild. Unfiltered force that demands you to face the uncomfortable. And let's get one thing clear. You've chosen to face this. You choose every time that you say yes to the fear instead of running. Now let me break this down for you. This is about rewiring your very operating system, and that means completely changing how you see fear. Fear isn't a roadblock. Fear is the gatekeeper to your next level. Fear is what calls you to rise, to stretch, to break free from your old self. The more you embrace fear instead of avoiding it, the more you break free. You're going to stop seeing it as a no and start seeing it as a signal to push forward. Fear's no longer a burden. It's a fucking invitation to change. It's time to be comfortable with discomfort. Think about that for a second. The moment you stop fearing the unknown, the moment you step into it with boldness, your whole reality shifts. You become the creator of your life. Think about the times when you doubted yourself. How often have you let limiting beliefs control you? How many times have you thought, oh, I can't do that because I'm not good enough, or this isn't for me. I'm just not the type of person who succeeds. That's just noise. Your beliefs shape your reality. And if you keep telling yourself those old stories, guess what? They become the truth. But what if you started telling yourself something different? What if you decided to believe that you're enough? That your confidence and self-worth are intrinsic, not something you have to earn from the outside world. Now that's the game changer. You start playing by your own rules. And when you do that, the whole fucking game shifts. Let's say you've been stuck in a rut for a while, right? You've faced challenges, obstacles. Hell, you've probably been thrown into situations that felt like they were beyond you. And you might have been knocked down. Guess what? Failure doesn't exist. Failure is just feedback. You heard me right. Failure is feedback. It's data, information, a lesson telling you what works, what doesn't, and what to do next. And that's where the real magic happens. You're not going to see setbacks as roadblocks anymore. No. You're going to see them as stepping stones. You can't fail when you learn to take everything as feedback. You don't stop because something didn't go as planned. You don't freeze in fear because something didn't work out. You keep moving forward with clarity and precision. Now let's talk about the one thing that you do control, your state of mind. Let's be straight. If you don't learn how to control your emotional state, you're letting life control you. Every emotion, every thought, every belief shapes your reality. The good news, you have control over all of it. Your mind doesn't dictate you. You dictate your mind. And when you do that, your world becomes a reflection of your thoughts, your feelings, your energy. What you put out comes back. And that's where the beauty of being authentic comes into play. When you show up as your true, unapologetic self, you start to see the world respond in kind. People aren't going to be drawn to some fake version of you. They're going to be drawn to your realness. That's what people resonate with. Confidence is magnetic. Certainty is powerful. And when you own your presence, others feel it. They can't help but be drawn to you. Now all of this, it all boils down to one thing: energy. Your energy is magnetic. It attracts what you need, what you want, and even what you didn't know that you were ready for. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like the energy was just off? You felt drained, right? But there's also those moments when you walk into a room and it's like everything lights up. That's the energy you're projecting. And guess what? The more you learn to master your own energy, the more you're going to see that energy reflected back to you in ways you never imagined. Want a little secret? You're always in control of your reactions. External events, they don't control you. You control how you respond to them. And when you take control over your emotional state, you create a reality that's in line with your goals. So when life throws you a curveball, instead of crumbling, you use that energy to fuel the next step. No more getting stuck in that emotional pit. The future you want is on the other side of emotional mastery. You see, the world doesn't respond to your actions. It responds to your beliefs. People don't follow you because of what you say. They follow you because of what you believe. If you believe in your own potential, if you believe in your own worth, your confidence will draw people in. They'll feel it. And that's what makes you magnetic. That's what makes you a leader, whether you know it or not. Now let's rewind. Take a second to think about this. What's holding you back? What's the one thing you keep telling yourself that's keeping you stuck? What's the belief that's limiting your potential? Do you really believe it? Or has it just been a story that you've been telling yourself for far too long? And once you recognize that bullshit for what it is, what happens next? You get to rewrite your story. You get to choose your beliefs. You get to choose who you want to become. And when you do that, and you will do it, because that's who you are, everything else changes. Fear becomes a tool for growth. Setbacks become feedback. Limiting beliefs become stepping stones. You start operating from a place of power, not weakness. Now imagine this for a second. What would your life look like if you lived this way every single day? If you really believed that every challenge was just feedback? If you fully embraced fear and saw it as an invitation to grow? If you understood your energy as the force that shapes your reality, and you controlled that energy with every thought, every emotion, every action? That, my friend, is when the magic happens. And it's yours for the taking. You've just got to step into it. You've got to stop bullshitting yourself, stop hiding, and start living from a place of truth. So are you ready? Or are you going to keep standing on the sidelines, waiting for the perfect moment? There's no perfect moment. There's only this moment, right now. The choice is yours. Now step up. Own your fucking power.